Yo, what is up guys, Anthony here back with another Destiny Child video, and in today's video everyone, we're going to be going over the Medusa World Boss Guide here on the Destiny Child global Reddit, which is posted here by TKS Glass. So a huge thank you to them and everyone else in the Destiny Child global Discord server that had worked on this Medusa World Boss Trial Guide. Now before we get into it, I just wanted to read this small note here in the comments section brought to you by Glass. So as you can see, a note: Medusa released significantly earlier in the game's lifespan in Japan than it did for us, so we don't know whether Medusa will be coming over here the same. The strategies outlined in this guide are on the assumption that she will work as she did, but builds on ideas that work for current global world boss mechanics. We will know more later. So of course we do have to go through testing on the Medusa World Boss trial and see how her boss deals damage, effects, etc. But without further ado everyone, let's switch into the second tab here and go into the Medusa World Boss Guide. Alright everyone, so here is the Medusa World Boss Guide featured on the screen right now. So we're going to be going over the top row and we'll be starting here on the top left side, which is the barrier. Now of course, before I start into this guide, I just wanted to clarify the unit priority here on the right hand side. So as you can see, we start here with the highest and then the lowest. So of course you want to prioritize the unit on the top here, and if you don't have the said unit like Mars here, then go into Dana, and if you don't have Dana, go into Epona, etc. So let's get started here with the barrier tab. So barrier tab requires 0+ units. Now if you don't need to run a barrier, let's say your units are significantly uncapped and have some power, you can skip this tab and maybe add an additional unit in a different category. But if you do need a barrier like most players do, you will have to run a barrier unit such as Mars, Dana, or Epona. Next up here we have the regeneration tab, which is 1+. So at the least you want to at least run one healer. Now at the top here we have Mott, followed by Letta, Pomona, Palas, Bast, and Irado. As for speed here we have 3+, so you want to run at least 3 of these units. So at the top here we have Light Beam Mona, Newbie Mona, Thisbe, Brawny, and Senga. As for the crit tab here, you want to run at least 1+ unit. First up here we have Pantheon, Melfo, and Ganesha at the bottom. And for the damage category here we have 2+. Now at the top here we have the new unit, which will be released with the Medusa World Boss trial, as we had gone over in a previous video. So her name is Luna. Next up here we have Light Citri, and last here we have Catgirl. The next tab here we have Extend. So of course you want to run at least one of these units, or maybe 2. So first up here we have Thetis and we have Lewin. As for the skill defense here we have 2 units, so you want to of course run both of these units. Now at the top here we have Oracle Werewolf, which is the light type werewolf, and we also have Sun Beach Mona here at the bottom. Now going into the bottom row here we have the weak point category here on the left hand side, which does feature Navi at the top. Then we have Midas here, the wood type debuffer, and we have Persephone here at the bottom. As for the attackers here, you want to run at least 3+ light attackers. Now of course keep in mind the unit priority is at the highest and goes down into the lowest priority. So at the top here we have Bassett, then we have Light Frey, Gunslinger Hilder, Bridal Hilder, Charlotte, Maftet. Next up here we have Asterith, and then we have Kalchas, Maiden Detective, and Vitorix. As for the defense tab here in the middle after the attackers tab, we have Bathory here, which of course you want to run at least 1+ unit. Then we have Jupiter and Frezia at the bottom here. As for the poison tab here, you want to run 0 to 1 unit. So at the top here we have Eve, followed by Salome. As for the Mystic tab here, you want to run 0 to 1 unit. Now these are situational, so of course at the top here we have Nitri, Iphis, and Cube Moa. For the drive tab here, you want to run 0 to 1, which does feature Babel here at the top, followed by Lanfei. As for the petrified tab here, you want to run 0 to 1, which does feature Limos here at the top, Fluttering Citri here, which is the wood type debuffer, and the last here we have Catherine, which is a collab unit. So overall everyone, that is the guide for the units. Now we'll be going over the top right here, which does feature some tips here on the World Boss Guide for Medusa. So before going into the tips everyone, I just wanted to clarify these symbols here, which are featured on some of the icons of the childs on the top and bottom row overview. So first up here we have the upwards arrow, which clarifies a boost unit. The little star here in blue, we have a leader skill, and the tire here is a drive skill. Now going into the tips here, we have the first one here: Mystic units are there as leader options to increase your debuff effectiveness. Second of all here, we have a 1x game speed may improve your overall damage. Third here, light type units that cannot survive should be moved into the back row. Fourth of all here, all skills should be set to slide except otherwise noted by T for tap, or S to T, which is slide into a tap. Fifth of all here, we have HP/defense on front row, attack/AGL, or attack/crit on the back row. Now this does clarify the equips. so make sure to try and stick to those for your front and back row. As for the 6th tip here, we have boss may be immune to extend or drive. We will know after live testing. 7th tip here, make use of practice mode to test / optimize your team comp. And the last here we have, you can skip Eve / Salome, put Poison Carta on Thetis, and set Thetis to tap, and then slide for the rest of the skill orders. Now if we do scroll down a little bit here, we have another tip. Regarding Petrify section, the boss will have a buff that can petrify you. One of these units may be able to help. And for the example drive orders here, we have a Maiden Werewolf drive leading into Sun Beach Mona, followed by a Luna drive. And directly below here, we have Luna drive into Sun Beach Mona drive. And as for a third drive here, we have Navi leading into a Maiden Werewolf drive, as well as a Sun Beach Mona drive. As for the Carta recommendations for your units, we have the Poison Carta here, which will be the Beach Buffet Soul Carta. So this is the 5-star Soul Carta for the poison units if you do have it. But if you don't have this 5-star Soul Carta, you can run the second here, which is a 4-star Soul Carta, which goes by the name of Today I'm Nice Moa. As for the frontline Soul Cartas here, the first one we have here is the Soul Carta, which goes by the name of Forbidden Fruit, followed by the 4-star Soul Carta here, which goes by the name of Baptism of the Goddess. As for the attacker Soul Carta here, we have the 5-star Soul Carta, which goes by Seaside Goddess, and you could also substitute in attack Cartas if you don't have this Soul Carta specifically. As for the new Carta here, we're not too sure which Soul Carta they will introduce, but we'll have to wait and see into the patch notes. And last here, you can run Showtime as well. Now I wouldn't stress too much about the Carta recommendations, but try and prioritize these to the best of your ability. Now before we end this video off, everyone, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Glass and everyone in the Destiny Child Global Discord, as well as Glam, Jinx, and Toxic Ways for creating this guide, and everyone else who took part. So a huge thank you to them, and I'll be sure to link the Discord invite in the description box below if you guys would like to join the Destiny Child Global Discord. Alright everyone, so that'll be it for today's Destiny Child video on the Medusa World Boss Guide. Feel free to leave any questions you have in the comment section below, and let me know if you're excited for the upcoming Medusa World Boss trial. Now also a huge thank you yet again to Glass and everyone else who worked on the Medusa World Boss Guide. I'll be sure to link the Destiny Child Global Discord in the description box below. But before you go everyone, if you did enjoy this Destiny Child video, make sure to leave a like, and also make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so and are enjoying the Destiny Child content. Now with all of that being said, I'll see you all in tomorrow's Destiny Child video. Thank you all so much for watching.